This is breaking news.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. We wanted to bring you some breaking news. Dean, it has been a hectic week, to say the least, for you and for OU fans, of course. Some news we want to share with them about this coach that has yet to be announced, but you've confirmed here at OU.
That is exactly right. Brent Venables. People around here are familiar with Brent because he was here with Coach Stoops as his defensive coordinator back when they won the national championship and a bunch of championships. And there you see him out at K-State. He actually played at K-State and coached here with the Sooners. Did a great job. Took off for Clemson. Was part of 2 national championships there. The one with Bob in 2000 here. So 3 natties under his belt. But now deciding to come back and for the first time in his history become a head coach at the age of 50 years old. There's a lot of things that he brings or they wouldn't have hired him. There are question marks, or he would have been hired absolutely immediately. But what we do know through some kind sources is that he's en route right now in a plane that has made a couple of stops in South Carolina, back where Clemson is, and they are en route and planning to land in some
airport there in Norman.
Yeah, an hour and about 12 minutes. So our Storm Jones is on the scene, and why don't we go down there and check in with him, Storm, because I know you are ready and looks like some people are around you.
That's it, Dean. It is all systems go here at Max Westheimer Airport, about 2.5 miles from OU's campus. I'll step out of the way and give you all a look. The crowd out here is growing easily, maybe 150, 200 people. The Pride of Oklahoma band is on site. Boomer and Sooner and the Sooner Schooner, as well as OU Palm and Cheer. Now, literally the red carpet was just rolled out there on the tarmac as we await the arrival of the University of Oklahoma football coach, newest coach, Brent Venables. We're expecting that arrival here any time. We've seen folks from children in car seats to folks maybe in their 70s or 80s out here. But we'll certainly be watching as we're expecting that flight to be arriving here in Norman soon. For now, we're live in Norman. Storm Jones, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, thanks so much, Storm. We'll be following and checking back in with you a little later. But, Dean, a lot of people sounding off on this, those in sports watching this very closely and tweeting out their thoughts.
Yeah, I know that Joe Castiglione, not too long ago, just a few minutes ago, puts that lock on there. You'll remember Lincoln Riley used to put the set of eyes when a recruit had committed or was soon to come aboard. Well, that's Joe C's way. Lincoln's out on the West Coast. That's a thing of the past, folks. That's Joe C saying it's a lock. Got our guy coming in. He's expected to land with a bunch there at 9:33 to hoopla and a lot of hysteria. And along with that, there you see Xavier Thomas saying that he is so happy. Now, this is a player for Clemson, one of those that just love Brent Venables as his defensive coordinator. Hardest working man I have ever known. Y'all take care of him, OU football. And I find it interesting. I had tweeted out just a few minutes ago that we're going to be covering this for quite a while here. An hour of the blitz. Once the plane lands, we're going to just keep this thing going. And I noted on there that one of the first things that Brent Venables is going to need or have to do in a tweet was to try to persuade Caleb Williams, the fabulous freshman quarterback at Oklahoma that started, that many presume is looking around like a lot of his young teammates or former teammates were, and they have defected, some still aboard. But Caleb actually retweeted my tweet or acknowledged that he had seen it. So he knows everything that's going on, knows that he will be the center of attention at some point really soon, because the truth of the matter is, doesn't matter who comes in here short term, whoever it is must bring these players together and keep a roster. Be they players on the roster who are looking to perhaps move on and opt out, or be they committed recruits for this coming season, or be they the ones that had committed to the 2023 class, which Oklahoma was ranked #1 in the nation by a large margin. The new coach, in this case, Brent Venables, chore #1 will be, Caleb, let's talk, let's find a way to bring you here. And the last thing I'll say before tossing it back to you is that Jeff Lebby is a guy with OU ties, Baylor ties. He's working for Lane Kiffin as his offensive coordinator down there at Ole Miss and has done a great job. And virtually everyone that I knew kind of wanted this job had him coming with them to OU because that's a selling point for Caleb and the offense. Presumably, Brent is bringing him with him. That word is presumably at this point.
Now, Dean, I did see that you tweeted out a little earlier. It looked like the Sooner Schooner was there at the airport. A lot of pomp and circumstance surrounding this incoming coach. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Oh, you know, I mean, the way it is, if you'll think when, remember the Thunder was bringing in players, especially Durant and those guys, when they come in, they do that. And Oklahoma's trying to take advantage of every opportunity they have now to expose this as big a deal as they can make it. They just got killed by not being able to announce something earlier. But you know what? Castiglione needed to take his time, find the right guy, but you needed to do it as soon as possible. So this must be the earliest time they felt possible because of that chore list that I mentioned. So they want excitement, they want hoopla, and there have been a few cheerleaders and maybe a pony at one of these new coaches' arrivals, but now they're bringing out all stops, and so it'll be some fanfare out there around 9:30 tonight when we will resume our broadcasting of it and just continue it for as long as you want to stay up, folks.
All right. Thanks, Dean. We always appreciate your insight. Make sure to tune in tonight at 10, and Dean and his guys have a lot more.
You got it.
All right. We'll see you back here at 10.